Good morning, everybody. It's 6:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, July 28th. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Okay, you can see we're being manipulated down. There goes one of the manipulation trades right there. This is owned by the market maker, aka we're going to call him Swindle. Spoofy, if you want to call him. Okay, now you can see the top wall of the market maker, but you no longer see the bottom wall. It's out to lunch, people. He's going to crash this price. All right. When you see that his top wall is closer to the mid-market price than the bottom wall, down we go, people. And what do we see? Let's see. Down we go. This is so manipulated. You know, the IRS to send letters out to these people, but 90% of the people have been swindled out of their, money, and another 10% out of that 10% that are left over. Maybe about 3/4 of them are lucky if they break even or they show a slight loss compared to the 90% that lose everything. So the IRS is really barking up the wrong tree. And hopefully in a couple of days I'll have the ability to have an agent on the phone and explain that to them and tell them the person they should be looking into their taxes is the market maker, the person that's swindling everybody out of their money by manipulating the prices. And I still say this market maker is affecting, as far as I could see now, if you look at my video yesterday, the price of LTC and BTC are actively being manipulated by this market maker, without a doubt. So we're going to see which side of the rainbow that the market maker woke up on today. Okay? Now the halvening is coming within 7 days. So now he's got a problem. How's he going to get his coin supply? This is why the dump is happening at the halvening, because he needs to trigger people's stop losses and alarm up on the coin supply, because now he's not going to be able to have the ability to get this over the counter. The competition is going to be stiffer and the price is going to rise over the counter. So now he has to redouble his efforts to dump the price down and trigger stop losses so he can get his supply of coin up, so he can keep manipulating the spread to $2. Okay? It's that simple. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to see a lot of spoofing on Bitcoin. That's the market maker's trade. See? As soon as you get here, you see how he's putting this 30-something coin at the bottom and forcing the price down? These guys are criminals, man. You see this? This is an order book. If you cannot read an order book, I don't care how good your TNA is, you're not gonna make any money. I'm sorry. You have to. Reading the order book is an old art, and you can see that these guys, back in the day, you used to actually open the order book and say, who placed this trade? And they'll have their signature in there. And then you look on the other side, oh, this guy placed the same. Back in the day, if you did stuff like this and you went out to the bar down at Wall Street, they'd find you in a bloody puddle. You don't swindle people. So there goes the market maker's top trade. The bottom is nowhere to be seen. Okay? Forget about all these trades. Okay? This could be Swindle's buy orders, and he's trying to push the market down into his buys because he wants the coin and he wants it cheap. The halvening is coming, and I told you guys, if you check some of my videos, that the dumps are going to get more extreme because he's going to be going to town on the stop loss hunting. So we're going to go down more because he set it up that way. and it's easy to spot. You see the top wall? We will do the math just to sit so there's no confusion. But long one. People are just going to stop looking at this eventually. My viewership, my views to my channel are just going to go down because people have just given up on the market. They're going to sell for whatever they can get, and they're not coming back. They're not coming back. These guys got a large lawsuit on their hands coming. Now you can see the top wall is $1.22 away from the mid-market price. That's not 40 to 44 cents. That's more than triple away what they told the New York Department of Financial Services. It just goes to show you they're telling less than the truth. Now we're going to go to the other side. I don't know how we're going to go to the other side. He dropped the bottom wall so low you can't even see it. It's probably here, 87.25. You see it? This is bad, people. This is really bad. These guys are openly stealing from everybody. Now let's see where he wants the mid-market price. Okay? In this case, he looks like he's trying to bring the price up a little bit. You'll start seeing green soon. But again, it's just to keep the hopium going. Playing on your feelings to get you to stay in this market. That's all it is. This guy really knows how to work that Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, now we're going to find out the average of these two trades. So we got 89, no, I'm sorry, 87.25 plus 89.49. $88.37. You see how the mid-market price is it's resolved by those two trades. It's guided into there. We're less than 1% away. Now you watch, and the price will go up to that figure. It won't take long at all, maybe 5 minutes, just to show you that I'm not just fabricating these figures, and they're not effectively coming out to what I say. They're not doing what I say they're doing. Well, anyway, we're less than 1% away. 7 cents is nothing in there. Over $88. It's nothing. I just don't know how the IRS could really have the balls to send people like, you owe us bank taxes for not reporting your cryptocurrency like you made money. They just opened up a, oh, you mean if I adjust my taxes, you'll give me back the money I lost? That's what's going to happen to them. That's what's going to happen to them. But I hope they have the sense to know, to realize, hey, why did you lose money? I hope somebody over there has the sense enough to be concerned at the IRS. Why are these people coming back in and saying these huge losses? And then we asking them why. And one of them turns around and says, yeah, I can prove the whole thing to you. See? 88.37's right around the corner. I told you. There you go. You just seen it. Now, I must be the world's luckiest person because every time I'm pulling the slot machine handle, coins are coming out. It's coming out to my price. There you go. There you go. What else do you need to see? Exactly. And remember, That price is the upper range, as high as it's going to bounce around between those two trades, is 88.37, because he leaves play between those trades. So this 88.37 is the highest possible mid-market price. See? You see, it's sitting right there. All right, so I don't got to show you anymore. I mean, this should be enough. Anybody who knows general math should understand this now. You guys out there doing the technical analysis, I'm sorry. Though you're doing a good job of showing the after effects of the market, you're not explaining to these people coming in, you're trying to gain their confidence to do their own TNA. You're leaving out 90% of what causes them to lose money. And that's these crooked market makers that are manipulating the market. And if you don't start addressing it in your technical analysis, or all of you don't get together and start addressing this, eventually what's going to happen is your market's going to collapse to non-participation. And you're going to have a lot of angry people coming at you, because they're going to come out when they start suing. You guys who are saying, oh, the market's going to do this, the market's going to go that, oh, we're all going to get rich. They're going to come after you and call you influencers. And they're going to say, well, you were sponsored by so-and-so and this and that. Everything that you do, anything that you do that has to be related to the sponsorship, it has to do with the crypto market. They're going to say that you were influencing people to come into market to sell this crypto product. And you misled everybody. Of course, you didn't address this. So you guys better start addressing this. I see a lot of you guys deny, this is not a financial advice. That's not. In this case, with so much that was stolen and it's so obvious, and if you're really good at technical analysis and the judge is saying you know how to do all these numbers, and you got this guy from banking and brokerage who's trying to tell you guys, hey, look, these guys are swindling people, and you don't go and put this information in your technical analysis, and I made all the information available. I provided the simple formulas. Yes, you guys doing technical analysis are going to get sued. You're going to get sued. They're going to tell me, don't tell me you could do sophisticated analysis and you can't understand what I'm showing you. You're going to get sued, guys. Yeah, he's not going to let this price go up. I'm telling you, it's going down. It's obvious to see what he's doing. He left the price cap on top, and he removed the buying resistance so he can push the price down. This isn't rocket science. Please, America, you can't be that stupid. Let's see what's going on in Bitcoin, if he's spoofing or not today. Okay, he's got his spoof trade now at the bottom here to keep it from going down any further. I'm telling you, these people are playing on your raw emotion, man, to get you to sell over here. Now he removed it and he's spoofing on the other side, and look, the price is going right down as soon as he moved the artificial resistance to keep the price from going down. You see? You just watched him remove it and then disappear. It's the same person running both these trades through to manipulate the market down. There he is, the same 40 coin he had since yesterday. Then he puts the 25 coin over here and makes it look, he runs the gimmick. It stops the price. Then he places this trade up here, and then he snaps the 25 out and drops the bottom right out from there. It goes into free fall. You know, the IRS has a lot of nerve to come after the people that invested in crypto, saying you didn't report your earnings, you owe us back taxes. And 90% of the people lose money. They lost all their capital. All of it. 90% of the people lose all of their capital in this swindle market. Now you see, look, the 24 is back. It halts the market from going down. Now he'll put his top wall on the top, and then he'll snap this out of place, and then it'll go right down. You see? Now he's removing it. This isn't rocket science. Now the top wall will appear out of nowhere, and then the market price will go down. This is the same thing they did when they caused the collapse of 2018, when they went to the over a year-long bear market. And then these guys, you owe us money, so you made profits on. There you go. He just snapped it down. You see what I'm saying? You see, this isn't hard to understand. Once you learn the gist of reading, people have to learn how to read an order book. You have to learn what the trader is doing by being able to spot the trades in an order book and how they're being set up. This is like bowling for this guy. It's so easy. And he gets another strike. Yeah, he's going down, all right. Your technical analysis says 8,500. That might be correct, but you know what? It's being manipulated down. And if you guys can't read the order book, you can't do a technical analysis. I'm sorry. You left out the most important part of the trader's handbook. Look at this, down to below $88 now. Well, that's easy to see. I told you it was going down. And it's all the market manipulator. Then you look at the market manipulator and you say, well, his trades are supposed to be 40 to 44 cents. Both trades equidistant away from the mid-market price, not to interfere with the price. And his trades are never equidistant because, what do we say, person? If he's not putting his trades equidistant apart to not interfere with the mid-market price, then he is putting, if they're not equidistant, then he is using his trades to move the mid-market price. If he's doing the contradictory entries with his buy and sell war. So yes, he is maneuvering. Now, hopefully now when the IRS calls, we're gonna have a nice conversation, because I'm Chapter S, okay? I put my Bitcoin losses and gains along with my company, okay? They're reported in my capital gains and capital losses, so I'm safe. The only thing that they might need me to do is separate them from my other capital gains and losses, which is just going to move the figure on the paper, but it's not going to change it. So I'm pretty safe. But I'm hoping during the conversation, when I explain it to the IRS agent, I hope I get his attention and they explain, 90% of the people lose all of their capital when they invest in this market. The other 10%, maybe 3/4 of those, break even or close to break even, which I fall into both of the two lower categories, and the part that where the people that do make money, that's the market. That's the part the market makers are in. That small little part, and they're the ones that need to be investigated if they pay their tax from all this manipulation, because they have money. They probably owe taxes because of all the money they swindle. Now they went to the New York Department of Financial Services and told them they're posting the 40 to 44 cents and they have an 88-cent spread. Meanwhile, in the real world, they have a $2 spread. So you're reporting then to the IRS that you're understating what you're making by half, more than half. So if the IRS needs to investigate somebody, it's the market maker that's right here, because they put it down on paper that he's not making that much off the spread, only 88 cents. And we all know he's not making 88 cents on the spread. He's making $2. So if he's paying taxes on $100 million following that made up story, he didn't pay half his taxes to the IRS. So if the IRS needs to go after somebody for not reporting their earnings on crypto, it's the only person that is making any earnings on crypto, the market maker. And he's got to pay Litecoin, he's got to pay Bitcoin, he's got to pay for all these trading pairs that he's got up here. So I'm hoping that when they call me, that could be revealed. I'll talk to the agent. I'll be nice. I'll say this is where all my gains and losses for my cryptocurrency are reported on my K1 on Chapter S. All my paperwork is done by accountants. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, by the way, the losses that are incurred, can I speak to you about that? And that's how you're going to get that air. You're actually, you guys, I don't know, you might want to run this up the ladder, but you guys are going after the wrong people. 90% of the people that invest in cryptocurrency lose all their money. Out of the 10% that left, maybe 3/4 of them break even. And then you got the people who do make money. Well, we can understand that they're not reporting on their taxes, and we know why. And then we're going to have a very interesting conversation. And then I'm turning you guys in. It's it, Coinbase. I'm turning your market maker into the IRS. If you're stealing money, it's a high probability that you're not going to probably pay your taxes on the loot that you stole. So this market, people, is rigged. And I don't care if these technical analysis crypto glory boys get pissed off about it or not. Okay? Be realistic. Turn around. If you say it's not manipulated, then you go to the letter on my channel, read the letter, and then you come in and do the math and disprove it using math. Because until you do that, it's all bullshit. All your failings aside, doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's science math. It's formulas math. That's what they are. They teach you in school basic math formulas from the science community. That's where math comes from. It's sort of like if you drive your car at 100 miles an hour and you hit a brick wall, what will the results be when this amount of force is applied to the human body? Well, a lot of people get their emotions mixed in. I wouldn't do that because I would get hurt. Nobody's asking you for some offshoot theory about your feelings. We're asking you to do the math. More than likely, what would happen to you if you do the centrifugal force, the gravimetric force that's your body's gonna come out of the seat and hit the wall, and it most likely is going to kill you if you apply this amount of G-force to the body suddenly stopping. If that's what they want to hear, they don't want to hear none of this failings crap. And I don't want to hear it either. If you're going to come out here and say that I'm wrong, you better have a mathematical formula that proves I'm wrong. That's just the bottom line right there. I'm trying to explain people to get them to open their mind and start thinking rationally. And in this market, if you think you're going to make money, you're thinking irrationally. I don't think these guys that are on YouTube are actually making the money that they say they are. I think a lot of them, I would say 99% of them, who claim they're making money in the market, they're not. And what they're trying to do to make money in this market is like the miners of old in the gold rush of 1849. They're the guys who sell you the tools. So they're going to make money from actually an industry that services this, which is that's technical analysis side of the market. I think 99%, I think that they're just telling you, oh yeah, I'm making money, but I don't think they are. Or they wouldn't be on YouTube. There wouldn't really be no reason for them to be on YouTube. And if you had a couple of $1 million in the bank, would you be sitting in front of the camera telling everybody this is how I made money? No, what would you care? You'd be on vacation. You'd be enjoying that money. Plus, you'd have to be out to the IRS paying your taxes on it. So, people, the market, on my conclusion of my investigation, which still stands, it is being manipulated. It was being manipulated from September of 2017. That pump that we got to December 18th, and then it crashed down for over a year. That was orchestrated by this market manipulator. Was here clearly using those trades to push down the market. That was an irrational dump. People have a limited amount of expenditure in the market, only have so much to dump. So it had to be institutions or large holders of the coin, which are the market makers who brought this price down to attract They brought the price down because their institutional buddies wanted to come in, and they wouldn't come in unless everything was offered at an attractive price. That's why the market went down. This is nothing new. One of the big investors whined, everything is too expensive now. I want it lower. Oh yeah, we'll do it. They ran out. We'll lower that price. You get your check ready. We know how they operate because I've been involved in this business for years. I heard people know from open meetings, oh, you're asking me to put in X amount of dollars. Why can't I get more shares at a lower price? And they'll talk to the guy, and the next thing you know, you'll come back in the market the next day, and lo and behold, the price is mysteriously going down. And Big Daddy Warbucks comes in and starts buying at the low prices, all happy and stuff. They do this for their big investors. They manipulate the price down of their own stock to get a large investor to come in. If he's coming in from a hedge fund, so again, I don't see the bottom wall on Litecoin, people. I do see other people. This might be one of the market makers' trades right there. So he can collapse the price into his buy wall, and again, avoid going to the over-the-counter and get a discount price on the coin. 5-finger discount price. He won't let it above $89. In other words, he's capped it at $90. And I can show you how he caps it at $90. The price is always going to be 30 cents. The highest it will go is 30 cents below this wall, $89. That's as high as he'll let it go. And you can see over here, $89, almost $90, and then he starts dumping it down. That's the trigger. People, we've been swindled, and the main culprit here has been the market maker. So hopefully in a couple of days when the IRS calls me for it, I got that letter will actually serve a purpose. I'm pretty much confident that all they're going to tell me to do is, okay, Mr. Russo, we understand that you are Chapter S and you report your crypto gains or losses in your capital gains and loss part on K1. They're going to tell me that's perfectly acceptable. So they might make me just change a figure, which I could do myself at home because I actually do my own K1 and just resubmit it, and that's it. That's the end of my case. But what I'm hoping to do, again, they said, tell me, open up a conversation with the agent and say, hey, look, you guys going after the wrong people. If you want the person that's not paying the taxes for the gains on crypto, that would be the market maker. And the reason why I'm going to tell you this is because the market maker is engaged in criminality and he's making hundreds of millions of dollars. He's reporting to the New York Department of Financial Services that his spread is 88 cents and it's $2. So that, to me, that looks like he's only reporting half the gains he made off of crypto to a state agency, which means he's not paying his taxes. So again, this looks like this market maker is going to be taken out by taxes. So in a way, God works in funny ways, man. Let me tell you. Every time I've beaten one of these big corporations, all of a sudden I had some information. Well, people just do what is right, and all of a sudden I wake up and I find a letter on my doorstep with no signature, with all copies of all these spreadsheets, or a USB stick left on my desk, and I look at it and you might want to look at this with a little pasty on it. People who do the right thing are afraid to speak up, but if they can have anonymity where they can remain private, their conscience guides them to do the right thing. There's a lot of good people out there just being silenced, fear losing their job, because these people that are doing things like this, and they know, they're afraid of them. They got skin in the game. They have kids in school, going to college. They got a family support. They got a mortgage to pay. They're afraid to say anything, to be identified. And this has happened to me more than once. This has happened to me with a friend of mine that was on the trading floor, and some woman I knew that used to work for the Wall Street Journal, where he divulged some information to her, and she went over and wanted to put the story in the Wall Street Journal where she worked, and the editor wanted to release the story, but the only thing that kept him from releasing the story is because back then you had to reveal your source. If you're going to make an accusation, the source has to be presented in case, they don't want to, the paper doesn't want to be liable and get attacked from the person that's being revealed of doing the wrongdoing. So once again, I see signs of which way I'm supposed to go. The path is being cleared and pointed out to me. My daughter uses my headphones too, and she adjusts them to her little head. I adore my daughter. There's nobody in this life I love more. So these kids are going to have a future. You understand? If you have kids, they have a future. If you let your kid be exposed to a predator, if you don't go out and squash this predator, who do you think they'll play on next when your kids get of age? Guys, start standing up. It's time to be counted in the role. Stand up. Believe me, I'm not promising that it's all going to be rainbows and unicorns. Some of us are going to get hurt. Some of us are going to go through inconvenience. But all through my life, even though it was hard, bringing these people in, I was able to do it because I didn't give up. Don't give up. Now again, guys, start spreading this around. We got to get all these people together. got to go into these agencies and saying, hey, you got to do something about these criminals. Who are you? I'm one of their victims. And then you tell them what happened, and then you show them all the stuff, all the information I provided to you. And if they don't believe it, the information I give to you, you show them the calculations, you show them the letter from the New York Department of Financial Services, and you prove it to them. And you tell them math doesn't lie. All right, guys, good luck on your trading, because you're certainly going to need it. God bless all.